everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr as we get set to bring you all the action. The Denver Nuggets come into tonight's game after losing earlier in the season in their last game against the Clippers. That made it 3-zip in their head-to-head games. A tough game ahead for them. And the Clippers start in 5. Brought to you by State Farm. Chris Paul and Chauncey Billups make up the backcourt. Griffin at the 4 and Jordan at the 5. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. And for the Nuggets, at small forward and power forward, Gallinari and Faried. Austin out there with Iguodala. And it's Kufos in at the center.
Well, this team in Denver is really built around the haul that they got for Carmelo Anthony in their trade with New York. Good group of players, a lot of young talent. They can build around these guys for a long time.
And the Clippers making a change here. Crawford's checked in.
Kevin, that's exactly the kind of shot you want off the inbounds play.
It's Iguodala with the drive. There's the dish to Faried. Good. And they have to continue to tweak and build after that Carmelo trade, but really they got the building blocks there, Clark. You and Steve have been talking about.
Well, the trade of Carmelo Anthony was a big move, but what often gets overshadowed in that is that leaving Denver allowed Ty Lawson to step up and really blossom into the star that he's becoming, and you add Danilo, Gallinari, and other pieces, and you can see why they transition so well.
It's Crawford on the way. Good on the three-point shot. Crawford's got 5.
That's all the space he needs, guys. He'll make you pay every time if you give him that shot.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And I thought the key factor was the contribution from the bench.
So true. I mean, a few of those guys came into the game and instantly sparked their offense, and you love to see that from the second unit.
Well, Danilo Gallinari out of Italy has emerged into a top-flight scorer in this league. A deadly shooter at 6'10". Pretty crafty inside. I think after Kevin Durant, he could be the second-best small forward in the Western Conference.
Puts it up from 17. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And Danilo Gallinari, 6'10", Clark, great size at the small forward position. The upside here is terrific.
Yeah, he's really a uniquely skilled big guy. He can handle it, shoot it from deep, drive it. I love his IQ and craftiness. This is a very clever basketball player.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for Gallinari. Let's find out now what head coach Vinny Del Negro had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, we've talked at length about how they plan to contain this excellent offensive ball club. He said, you know, our opponent changes, but our principles stay relatively constant. It's all about denying the high percentage shots, the layups, free throws, and open three-pointers. If they're hitting contested jump shots, you just have to tip your hat to them. Kevin, a sound strategy.
All right, Doris, thanks. And it seems they have planned wisely for a matchup like this against a team that scores so proficiently.
Well, you can't just ignore the firepower they've got. I mean, you got to plan for it. You know, map out a strategy, get guys shots, see if you can get your team some momentum.
Well, if you don't do that, Steve, then you'll get burned. I mean, it sounds like they're prepared for the challenge there. He's a bit short for the power forward spot, but his great leaping ability more than makes up for it.
Vinny Del Negro now in his 5th season as an NBA coach. He spent 2 years coaching in Chicago, now in his 3rd year with the LA Clippers.
And Griffin slams it in.
Went for the two-hand throwdown there, needed safety and power.
That's how you do it.
Yeah. No, nothing fancy, but he finished with force.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Well, going back to Coach Vinny Del Negro, 14-year playing career, 12 in the NBA, played a couple years in Italy. His best NBA year, Steve, with the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, Vinny was an excellent shooter.
Oh, look at it.
Man, finishing with flavor.
He put something extra on that one, you're right.
And the bench going wild, guys. They love it. What an amazing dunk.
I think think they gave him a little too much room there. I mean, that was all he needed to rise up and punch that one down.
Yeah, he's going to jump at those chances, guys.
Yeah, that's what he does. He is a high flyer. Well, you think about what Chris Paul meant to the Clippers, guys. Not just on the floor, and that's pretty obvious. He's one of the best point guards in the league, if not the best. But it had more to do with the identity of the team. I think people took him seriously after that deal. And in fact, you know, in L.A., there was a budding rivalry between the Clippers and the Lakers for, you know, who was the city's best.
Pour it down that time. You know, the dunk was great, but I didn't care for that interior defense there, guys. It was non-existent.
You're right, Mark. You know, it was way too easy. I don't think the coaches can either. Look at that face.
It doesn't get much easier than that. They have got to tighten up their defense. That was embarrassing.
Just 5 to shoot. Griffin. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Griffin's got his second bucket tonight. And Lawson, here we go. Iguodala, this is to McGee. Jams it with authority.
Whoa. That'll wake you up.
Is he an athlete or what?
He just lives above the rim. I mean, dunks like that have become routine for him.
3 straight buckets in the paint. They're making it look effortless.
Well, speaking of effortless, you'd like to see a little more out of the defense. So how about trying, guys?
Green against Chandler. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And again, the lead changes hands.
Yep, back and forth we go, Steve. I mean, back and forth. Neither side caving in.
The shot's good from McGee.
Offensively just hammering away in the paint.
And that's 10 straight points inside, too.
For the Los Angeles Clippers, they come in off a good outing against New York.
Well, they own the boards at both ends of the floor in that game. I thought that was what won it for them more than anything else.
Well, that was the one area they knew they could exploit in the matchup, and boy, did they ever exploit it.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Miller's checked in. The Clippers also making some changes. Tony Turioff is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And Thompson Phillips is subbed in for Jamal Crawford.
Now, severe lack of awareness on his part. He had no idea who was near the out-of-bounds line.
Corey Brewer's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Lamar Odom, he's checked in for Blake Griffin. Miller, the pass to Chandler. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Clippers ball. Phillips with the ball. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Odom with it. 1 second left. It's all tied in Denver. And the Nuggets. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
And that first quarter was all about pace, guys, because this club really got out into transition, and that's how they built this lead.
They like to play fast, and they're doing a nice job filling the lane. That's all you.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. It's Chris Paul and Chauncey Billups at the 1 and the 2. Turiev out there with Odom. And it's Green in at the 3-side. Paul with the ball. And it's Miller picking him up. Billups gets to Turiev. McGee with the block. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Clippers ball.
A chance here, Kevin, to see where the Nuggets sit statistically in the NBA right now. Second in rebounding. Second in steals. And they're ranked 3rd overall in team offense. This is a team that knows how to put the ball in the basket, and really that's their strong suit.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Clark. What jumps out to me is the rebound, because when you can rebound the basketball as a team, you can stay in every game. Even if you're not shooting the ball well, you can rebound, you get extra possessions, and you allow your team the ability to make a comeback.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Koufos comes in for JaVale McGee. And it's Lawson in for Andre Miller. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Griffin's checked in.
Denver right now is a collection of very good players, but they don't have a star anymore now that Carmelo is gone. You always wonder how a team is going to fare, particularly in the playoffs, when they don't have one guy who they can go to for a basket or a trip to the free throw line. Well, when he came out of college, the one thing you knew with Kenneth Faried was he was going to give you a lot of hustle. Great rebounder in Morehead State, and he brought that into the league with him. He attacks the ball, he attacks the glass, he plays hard on every possession.
That's just the kind of player he is. It's in his nature. He can't help but hustle after missed shots, and he's willing to battle for rebounds and loose balls with anybody. There's no backing down with Faried. Well, as good as Denver might be, as you were saying, Steve, you do need to have that go-to player to get, some good points in crunch time. Clark, you've already alluded to that.
And really, Kevin, if you look around the league, that's what separates good teams from great teams. Having that one superstar that you can lean on when everything else is on the line. The one player that can go get you baskets when you need it.
And all 10 of their last points have come inside the paint, so defensively you've got to make an adjustment.
Yeah, and you got to do a little more to stop it, too. I mean, it's coming way too easy for him. At some points, you just got to buck up and say it's not going to happen.
No question, they're trying to pound the ball inside. That's 5 straight hoops inside.
And if the D won't stop it, keep at it. I mean, those are the kind of looks you want all day long.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Reintroduce myself.
Backing up the points down low, well, that's exactly what these guys have done this season. Check out the top-scoring big men in the NBA. Fourth, Blake Griffin.
Well, that's as scary a collection of big men as you'd want to see. Game planning for any of them is a challenge because you know how much defensive attention you're going to have to devote to them.
Yeah, it's almost like you got to pick the poison. Either they leave other areas of the floor open and put some extra bodies down low, or you risk one of these guys running wild on them.
4 on 3 as they bring it up. Right up. The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of the game.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Nuggets. Iguodala comes in for Corey Brewer. The Clippers also making some changes. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Ronny Turiaf. And it's Crawford in for Chauncey Billups. Into Jordan. And he bangs it home with one hand.
There's no stopping him when he gets to the basket like that. If you can't foul him in time, just get out of the way.
Well, when you look at DeAndre Jordan, just a tremendous physical talent. Great athleticism, can run, can jump. He's already good, but I think as his skills develop, he's got the potential to be a great center.
And here's the fast break.
Nasty.
And that look right there on Clark says it all.
He's not alone, Kevin. That was just mean right there. You know what I love about George Karl is that he always seems to make sense out of chaos. Anywhere he's been where there's been some unrest with the players, where there's been conflicting personalities, it hasn't seemed to matter. He's made it work, and he's turned every team into a winner.
The shot's good from Faried. Faried's got 14 points for the game.
Well, it's obvious. The difference in this quarter has been their dominance on the offensive board.
Yeah, I think you're right, Clark. A lot of second chance points, and they're not resting on their lead. They're really being aggressive and attacking the lane.
And Steve, we talked about Coach Karl's ability to overcome locker room turmoil. What do you think his secret is?
Well, he's just honest. He's brutally honest, and I think players like that. They don't want to see a politician. They don't want somebody who's going to, just try to figure out how to do things. They just want to see somebody who's going to be honest with them and not play favorites and just, tell the team like it is. And I think that's worked for George Karl over the years.
Jordan Hamilton's checked in for Denver. Uses both hands to stop it down.
Great finish there, Kevin. Took it strong to the cup.
Yeah, aggressive two-hand jam.
That's the kind you like, especially in traffic. You got to make sure. You know, when you think about height, length, and leaping ability, I'm not sure there's anybody else in the league who combines those attributes like JaVale McGee. Just an amazing athlete for a player of his size.
Lamar Odom is checked in for Blake Griffin. When you talk about the athleticism for McGee, his ability to run will serve him well with those Nuggets.
Oh, yeah, he's actually thrived in that up and down, open court style the Nuggets play. You get a guy who can block shots, who has unparalleled length and athleticism. That's a good fit for both.
And the Clippers miss again.
Hey, he had all the time in the world to get that shot.
Gets it to go. And it's a 9-point Nugget lead.
It's too easy. They're getting whatever they want down there.
You said it, Steve. 5 straight field goals inside for him. And defense has to clamp down here.
And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Dawson's got the ball. Inside to Randall.
Well, we'll see what happens here. You got to be aware that's his second foul. The question is, do you keep him on the floor or not?
Matt Barnes is checked in for the Clippers. McGee dishes to Iguodala. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Hits the bucket. Randall's got his first points in this one.
What a finish with that hoop.
And the Clippers making a change here. Hall's checked in. Three-pointer. Gets the bucket. Hall's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Chandler. Off target from three-point range. Here's Barnes. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. So we've reached the end.
42. The Clippers. 34.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Nice game. Great performance by Kenneth Faried.
Normally, he's not the guy at the top of the list that you think of when it comes to scoring, but he's had a great game here.
Yeah, you know what? He's kind of like found money, you know, when you sometimes stumble upon a few bucks in your pocket, you don't know where it came from, but you're glad to have it.
JaVale McGee is out there with Randall. And there's Iguodala. Then it's Lawson. And it's Chandler in at the small forward position. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Barnes passes to Odom.
You know, he may lack grace, but his length makes up for it. He can still throw it down now.
Well, you don't have to be a fantastic leaper when you're his size.
Well, it's too bad because with a little more athleticism, can you imagine how dangerous he'd be underneath the boards?
Offensive rebound. Here's Randall. Flushes it down.
Throwing it down with one hand and making it look easy.
Easy and fun. He just thrives on making the D look silly.
Yep, which is something he does pretty often, Kevin.
The shot's good from Paul. Paul's got his second bucket of the night.
So he got one step ahead of the defense on that one. Excellent job.
And the call will be against Ty Lawson. That is his first foul of the game. The Nuggets making a switch here. Faried is checked in. The Clippers also changing it up. Collins is checked in. And it's Griffin in for tomorrow.
Well, I can't imagine anybody being more terrifying to an opposing center than Blake Griffin. When he gets going, when he's heading your direction, and you're trying to come over to help.
Tell you what, you need to archive that one for the highlight tape.
Oh, yeah, that is a kicker. You're correct.
Man, that was incredible. Yeah, and those plays will give your team a huge boost. Really strong performance by them so far in the glass.
You know, the lead they have in the rebounding category is also part of the reason they're on top on the scoreboard. He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Kruvis checked in for the Nuggets. Grant Hill is checked in for the Clippers. Snatched up. And that one's good, Holland.
Been a little too easy for them inside, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think so, Steve. I mean, they've really dictated the action in the paint. That's been their focus, and the defense hasn't mounted much resistance at all.
Iguodala kicks to Chandler. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. And it's 6 points for Wilson Chandler.
This defense is porous right now. I mean, way too many looks coming from inside the paint.
Now, it's 4 straight buckets now in the paint, and anybody in the NBA is going to make shots from there.
As the three-point shot has become more and more prominent in the NBA, the mid-range jumper has fallen somewhat into disfavor and taken a back seat. Defenses are actually geared to force shooters inside the three-point line. You hear coaches talking all the time, chase them off the line and then challenge the two-point shot.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Kostakouffis. And Chandler, here we go. There's Mozgov. A beautiful reverse move.
Defensively, you've got to try to keep the ball on the perimeter.
Yeah, he's not going to miss those, not often anyway. The defense has to muscle up and deny him that position to have a chance.
When you talk about the three-point shot, Steve, do you think it's starting to take on too much prominence, or do you like the way it's affected the game?
I actually preferred it, Kevin, when only maybe 10 or 12 three-pointers were attempted per game, and there was more motion offensively and more diversity. Now it seems like everybody just spreads the floor and launches threes from all over the place. It's fun to watch at times, but strategically it's not as interesting. We've seen some great shooting from him today. They've got to lean on him a little bit more.
Here's Chandler. Another shot. And he finishes on the layup. Faried's got 6 in the quarter.
I think the lead they've built here, guys, is in large part due to what they've done on the boards.
Absolutely. I mean, they have a +10 advantage in rebounds, and they've been in total control of the backboard.
Jamal Crawford is a smooth scoring combo guard. Great ball handling ability with a quick release on his jump shot. He can really get that shot off just about any time he wants.
The lift they've got from him today has been huge. I mean, he's been steady offensively and has helped them get out in front here so far.
Hill dishes to Griffin. Hammers it home.
Yeah, he's giving that breakaway rim a workout.
Yeah, he powered it down and then hung around.
Strong finish. He just wanted to sit there and savor it for a second.
Iguodala, the pass to Faried. Straight up. And easy 2 points on the layup. Faried's got 24.
And Steve, you said it. I mean, for Jamal Crawford, he is an expert shot creator. He's quick, keeps the ball on the string. His handle is really tight. He's got a quick release. He can make tough shots against good defenses. All of that makes him a windmill finish.
Now that's nasty. How do you do?
Finishes the play. Utter disregard for his own safety.
Look at his teammates. They're just shaking their heads. I mean, he must have told them to look out for that one.
54 seconds left to play in the third. Faried, a screen on Paul. Lawson kicks to Faried. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Iguodala outside. Chandler for 3. That falls. Nice lead that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got assist number 10 tonight with that basket. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Iguodala with the steal. The Nuggets leading by 9. Miller outside. To JaVale McGee. With 4 seconds on the clock. And it's good on the way in. McGee's got 12 in the game. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game.
67.
Just how you gonna get it?
The Nugget shooting has been out of this world. 74% from the field. They've got to push it. So with Griffin sitting on the bench, here's who's on the floor now for Vinny Del Negro. Chris Paul is out there with Crawford. Then there's Willie Green. Then it's Turioff. And it's Odom in at the 4. Crawford kicks it to Odom. Pushes up. And Turioff slams it in.
He's short center position, but he makes up for it with tremendous leaping ability.
Molinari dishes to McGee. Pass to Miller. Knocked away. Now the Clippers moving it up. Alley-oop pass. Kicks to Turia. Stolen by Randolph. Miller, the pass to Brewer. McGee. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line.
Shooting for Denver.
You know, you think about JaVale McGee, guys, his physical talent is unquestioned. He's long, he's tall, he's athletic, he can run. I think the question mark is, can he be consistent with his game and with his focus and be part of a winning team? Being traded to Denver helped, I think. I think that's a big role for him.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Ronnie Turner. And Chauncey Billups is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Green kicks it to Odom. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And speaking of JaVale McGee, you know, you see this with a lot of young players, but Clark, he has a reputation of making some really head-scratching plays in the past.
Yeah, we call those young, immature, brain-neutral plays. And when you're between 20 and 24, it's hard not to make them, especially when you got the athleticism JaVale has. But maturity will eliminate some of those plays over time.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. And the pass to Gallinari. Gallinari gets the screen for Miller. Gallinari dishes to Randolph. Good. Randolph's got 6 points in the quarter.
They keep going right back to the paint, and who can blame them? I mean, they're getting it done in there.
Yeah, 3 of their last 5 buckets, guys, have come from inside the lane area, so I expect them to continue to go inside right at the defense.
For the Nuggets, Kenneth Faried's checked in for Randolph. And it's Lawson in for Andre Miller. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Lamar Odom.
Big lead on the boards usually equals a big lead in the game. This team is on cruise control.
Well, the rebounding differential is double digits already, so this is a team that just looks bigger and tougher than the opponent.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Ball kicks to Jordan. Griffin. They double team Griffin. And the layup falls. Griffin's got 20 points.
Boy, this is a shooting exhibition, guys. I mean, he's not wasting any of his chances.
Gets it to go.
Now, the offensive efficiency has been really important. I think that's the difference.
Well, you know, I think it's pretty simplistic, but it does oftentimes come down to this, making shots. And that's what they've done.
The Nuggets leading by 14. He dishes it to Gallinari. Leads him in there. They get a hand on it. And the Clippers call time here.
Yeah, he's seen enough of this interior scoring that his defense is giving up. So the message during this timeout is to lock things up inside.
You know, sometimes a group can just get spaced out on defense. They're not connected in playing 5 as 1. And usually a timeout can help you refocus and recalibrate that defense.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Denver. Chandler comes in for Gallinari. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Guys, I had a chance to find out what Vinny Del Negro was discussing with his players. He's not pleased with the careless turnovers offensively, saying, listen, we've got to get shots. It's as simple as that. We have to play smart and value the basketball. Kevin, did it sink in?
Los Angeles calls timeout. Nice game, great performance by Kenneth Faried.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Lawson drives in. McGee's shot is off.
Boy, they needed that last rebound. They haven't done well on the boards overall, but that one was huge. Still
Fighting for the win here. Paul's shot is off. They can take their time on this possession.
You know, guys, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, gives themselves a little break, too.
Catch their breath. You're right. McGee, the pass to Iguodala. Griffin with the steal. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Chauncey Billups. Clippers trailed by 11. Dishes it to Green. Now Griffin inside. Stolen by Faried. JaVale McGee. Got a piece of it. And taken away by Paul. Pulls up. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. The Nuggets leading by 9. Iguodala setting the pick for Lawson. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
McGee dishes to Iguodala. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Iguodala's got 5 points now in the quarter. Paul outside. Lobs it up there. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Now that's how you execute an alley-oop there, fellas.
And with an exclamation point, too, on the finish, throwing it down hard.
Terrific play on both ends.
Cooper's lost the ball. And so he owns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And despite the fact they've been beaten on the boards, this one is still close.
Kevin, they're still in.
Kufis checked in for JaVale McGee. Clippers trailed by 11. Paul with the ball. Now Lawson defending. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
We've seen a lot of silly plays like that out of them today. Just way too many.
To the paint. Iguodala. They double team Iguodala.
Yeah, this club well on its way to victory. A beautiful offensive execution.
Yeah, I like the fact that it was wire to wire too, guys. Fantastic job for them.
Crawford outside.
Boy, they've been all over the glass. Big advantage in the rebound total.
Yeah, that's really carried them in this one, guys. I mean, those one and dones have really set a nice tone and let them establish this lead.
There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Griffin scores. The assist by Paul.
They got the ball into the ideal position, and he didn't flub to finish that time, guys.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Really poor decision on that pass.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Randolph has checked in. There's Crawford with the 3. The rebound by Wilson Chandler.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Straight up. Here's Randolph. Here's Iguodala. And blocked. He feeds it to Randolph. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line.
Randolph.
That one on Green.
2 shots.
Nice strong finish. Very nearly a three-point play opportunity.
Yeah, when you stay aggressive, good things happen.
The Clippers have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. No good from Jordan.
That would have been a nice alley-oop there.
Well, you got to love the effort, though. Almost showtime. I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 14. 2 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, this one's out of reach, so I'm not sure why they're calling the timeout here. Maybe just to try to work on something, maybe an out-of-bounds play or something.
Well, they might as well talk about what movies they want to see or what they want to surf on the internet, because this one's done, boys.
Here's Crawford. Crawford missing again. And Iguodala with the basket, the assist for Anthony Randolph.
And this one is just about over. It's going to be an easy win for them in the end.
Yep, I think they can just about put this one on cruise control for the last few seconds here.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, Kenneth Faried.